Hello guys, welcome to my channel again. In this video, we'll be doing top-down analysis on few pairs, or probably we call it weekly analysis. But the analysis will be done on few pairs. We start from GBP we go to Euro USD, then BTC. Probably if the time is not, if the video is not too long, we can check US oil. So let's dive into it. As you can see, this is GBP and the analysis we start from monthly time frame. That's where we are starting the analysis from, and then we have to look at the market structure, what the monthly is actually telling us, because me as a swing trader, I like to see the bigger picture. Then once the bigger picture is confirmed, then it will be easy for me to trade in whichever direction the market is going. So let's dive into it. For example, you can see this is the last obvious break of structure that the market did. This one, before when market came down, this was a sweep. This was not a break of structure in monthly. Actually need to go for inducement, which serve here, the liquidity resting here. Remember this monthly time frame, and you can see how nicely market mitigates this our decisional POI. So now imagine that you had a setup from 2021 May that's telling you that you can sell. Look at it, market sold till 2022 September, over a year. So this is going to give you the bigger picture. All you need to do is just go to lower time frame, 4 hours, daily, whichever time frame that you are comfortable with. You know that this is the higher time frame direction, and you trade towards that direction. Not that in between you are not going to see maybe buy setup, but you will understand that the sell setup is actually the direction of the market. So buy setup will be a kind of short movement. So and you can see you are going to have a very good trading year in this place. So that's why I go here once in a while. I go to monthly time frame to see what the market is doing. So when we have a break of structure here, you can see market confirmed the break of structure here. Why? Because it took out this inducement, and in monthly, where is our new inducement? You can see this is the last valid pullback that the market did in this place. So you can see this is the last valid pullback. I've explained how I pick my valid pullback. And where is our POI? You can see if you come to the top, there's no valid POI, but I'm seeing an ending POI, and this is a major POI that we see with fair value gap. It has fair value gap, and you see the market reacted from there. So, but I'm also seeing something like this. If you look at this, you can see that this market seems to take out. Let me zoom it high. You can see market sweep this previous month candle, then market drop. So in this case, I see this level as a POI, like an hidden POI, or this level like this, from this week to this level, because of the fair value gap that week created. So that's why I said sometimes it's a hidden POI, then I can use the week alone. So because from what I'm seeing, market has invalidated our POI here. We're expecting when the market mitigates here, we're supposed to go down, but markets tell us that it's still going up and form internal structure. All market do was to just do this, break this, come for this low, mitigate something here, push up. The market can also still do the same thing. So I'm just saying in monthly time frame. So that's what the markets actually do. That was all those one are internal structure. That's not what we actually want to deal with. We deal with the major structure. So and you can see monthly time frame structure is still intact, but we're seeing a sign of weakness. So when it's like this, let me see what weekly is doing. Maybe we'll have a clear POI in weekly time frame here. Let me see. So and if you look at weekly chart analysis too, you can see that this is the last obvious break of the structure that the market did. Market tried to push up. The same thing almost happened in weekly time frame. So and you can see if you have to mark the weekly, the inducement will be here in weekly time frame. Then our POIs will be here. This is the POI that is close to inducement. And let's see if we have an extreme. So you can see we had an extreme POI exactly where I've said the hidden POI is resting. So you can see we have an extreme POI with clear fair value gap in between. So you can see the fair value gap. So automatically if the market can push up, then this will be a high probability level for us to see whatever the market wants to do. So what we do next is to go to what the daily time frame is doing, 24 hours. Let's see what the daily time frame is doing to confirm whether daily is also showing a sign of weakness or so. Based on my last analysis, you can see I've marked this down. This was change of character. Then market took out this inducement in daily, and we are expecting market to respect this extreme POI. And you can see based on market condition, if you look at my two videos before now, you can see that I said that this pullback is going to be temporary. Market still need to go up to come and mitigate this level. And I actually had a trade here, which was a nice trade for me. So but market do not respect this POI with the market's situation. You can see market fly above this POI, and what we have here is change of character to the upside, which supports the momentum that monthly is also trying to push up a little bit. But we are not going to use whatever we are thinking or whatever we are feeling. We are going to actually follow what the market is telling us, then make a decision based on that. So this level serve as a engine liquidity in monthly time, in weekly time frame. Probably if the market push up, maybe we'll have a proper response from here. But based on 1 hour time frame, and sorry, based on daily time frame, what we're looking out for here is we had a change of character. Then this was the last pullback that the market did. Then what are we going to do? All we need to do is to see whatever the market wants to do, look for our POIs. Then after this inducement, let's look for next POI, which is this other block. Then based on order flow, you still qualify. So this is the order flow. I said order block is the refinement of the order flow. You can see, and there is fair value gap in between. And if you come down, you can see no order block, no order flow, no fair value gap available in this level. So it means that, no, let me check. I think I'm seeing something here. Let me check. I'm seeing something here. This candle, is there fair value gap there? Let me expand it. Okay, it has been mitigated. So you can see it has been mitigated. No fair value gap here. So probably like this. Okay, I think we're still having it like this. So this will be this will serve as our extreme. So if you want to look at the low of this candle, you can see low of this candle head with 244. Then if you want to see the high of this candle to confirm, you can see the high end with 241. So there's a gap in between them. If there's no gap, it's supposed to be the same. So that's it. So this is what we have in GDP USD. If we want to refine the order flow, but this seems to be of high probability because this is the unmitigated order flow. And based on order flow, this is also unmitigated order flow. But we can't use this unmitigated order flow until market do something like this. Maybe market creates something like this without mitigating here and push up. Then inducement will be shifted there. Decisional, this level will be shifted there. Then this level will remain the same. So I've explained that in my previous video. So, but for now, our inducement is this. This last order flow will serve as our inducement. Then we'll be expecting to see the reaction from this level back to the upside. So that's what I'm having on GDP USD. For now, I don't do counter trade. That's why I don't go down below this level. Because if I go to 4 hours or 1 hour, I might be seeing structure here, but it would look like I'm trying to sell to this level, and that's going to be a counter trade for me. So that's it for GDP USD. Let's go to Euro USD. Okay, so you can see Euro USD. I also marked the same setup. I've marked it down so that it will save us time, and I will explain it, but not recently. I didn't do the marking recently, so I will explain it. Let's see what the monthly is telling us on Euro USD, the same way we did to GDP USD. So if you're to mark monthly, you can see this is the obvious reconstruction, and market has been bearish for a while. So, and if you're to mark monthly inducement, this is going to serve as our monthly inducement because this is where we find a valid pullback. So, and as you can see, where is going to be our extreme POI? This is supposed to be, we can use this level for our hidden POI this week. You can see the way I explained the other time, but it seems like market is responding from it. But based on what I'm seeing here, this is the last buy momentum before the market come down and see. So this one we can remove it because market has already mitigated the extreme. So this is what we have. So any moment from now, and this is going to anything above here will be a change of character for us in monthly time frame. So this is a critical level for Euro USD, and this is going to be our low based on monthly time frame. So remember, we are doing top-down analysis. What monthly do is to tell you the bigger picture, what the market is doing, then you can now scale down and take advantage of that direction. So you can see this is what we have here. This is a very, very critical level. Then if you for some people that and if you also look at it, this is like a very strong support and resistance level for this market. So probably any moment from now we can start seeing bearish momentum, continuation of bearish momentum in Euro USD. But this is not just going to happen in a day. So let's say we go to a week time frame. Let's say we go to weekly time frame to see whatever the market is doing in weekly. And we will see that it's still similar because we'll definitely have break of structure here. And if we are to pick our weekly POIs, we pick weekly POI from this side. You can see this will serve as our inducement. This is not POI. Okay, this will serve as our decisional POI and extreme. You see that the extreme still align. Any POI in between is an SMT. Market will just react a little bit to it, and market will still go up. So that's why the high probability POI is the one immediately after inducement and the extreme. Those are the high probability POI. Not that market will not react from any other POI, but it's going to be a very like a trap. That's why they call it SMT. So smart money trap. So you can see this is where we have our extreme, and it's also aligned with what we have on monthly time frame. So all this one we are seeing is just an internal structure to move the market from this level then to the extreme. Then from extreme, we can start seeing sell momentum. So don't be surprised if you see Euro USD start dumping against US dollar. Uh, Euro start dumping against US dollar. So this is what we have on Euro USD. So if we go to 24 hours, if we go to 24 hours, you can see that um, all we don't need to care about what is happening behind. We just need to see the current structure that daily is telling us. And I did a video on this too when I was analyzing GDP and Euro USD probably some weeks ago. And I also emphasized that this pushback is going to be temporary. Market is going to be like a trap because mere looking at it, you can see this is our daily inducement that the market came for. You'll be wondering, why do market always come for that inducement? Yeah, you have to identify the inducement. And market came for this inducement and market push up. Give us confirm this break of structure. So you can see how market confirm it. So and it means that market is targeting this low. But remember, this is a fair value gap. And I said fair value gap is also a POI. Market do not promise you that it's coming to your order block. Order block is a refinement of both fair value gap and order flow. So sometimes market respond through order flow, market respond through order block, unmitigated order block, and market respond to order flow, order block, or fair value gap. So currently you can see this is exactly what we are having here. On monthly time frame, market has actually mitigated monthly POI. So but you can see that this POI is still big. So market can still push up to mitigate it completely. So we have to just pay attention. And if you go to inside this POI, if you want to refine it, let's see if we're going to find order block in this POI, which is daily order block. And I can't see any. So I can't see any. So it means that we can see a little bit of consolidation there and see a market will start giving us the proper reaction. So in daily time frame, this is exactly what the market is doing. And after market has closed above this level, that means our change of our break of structure has been confirmed, and our trading range will now be from here. This is going to be our trading range from here. Then until market take out inducement. So where is our inducement? This is our inducement because this is the last low that the market created. So this is our daily inducement. So and as you can see, not sometimes market will come here. Do we have other block? What I'm saying here, I'm not saying any valid other block here because this is other block, it has been mitigated. Then this, there's no any other block here. Everything has been mitigated. No fair value gap, no other block. So, and based on how we pick our other block, I said other block must be associated with fair value gap. So that's what makes it valid. So and it must be a valid pullback. So look at it now. So um what market can do is either market give us this pullback and now go up, then this inducement will now be shifted to this level because this will now be the last pullback after market break the structure. This is the last pullback before the market broke this structure. So market can create another inducement, but remember this is not going to be a break of structure. This one is not going to be a break of structure because market do not have any inducements. Inducement is nothing but just a liquidity. So so if we now have something like this, then we'll now be looking for probably in the daily time frame. If I see my confirmation entry, then I can now act based on this higher time frame POI. So that's it for Euro USD. And the next pair will be, what are we looking at? Let's go and check BTC. So BTC USD. I think I marked BTC down. Let me check. Um, let me check BTC. I think I have a markup done, but if I don't, I will, I will definitely mark it up from the beginning. So you can see this BTC, and based on what I'm seeing on BTC, BTC is currently giving us a very nice structure on weekly time frame, not on monthly. It's because monthly need more candles to give us the kind of for us to be able to analyze properly. But you can see we can still follow the weekly and see whatever the weekly is doing. So and you can see if I were to mark the weekly candle on BTC, and one other thing um I observe about BTC is that BTC kind of respects support and resistance kind of. But if I were to mark the structure now, you can see last value structure that the market did was this level. Market broke above here in weekly time frame. Let me stretch it. So this is where we can find confirm break of structure, and in this level you can see this is where the market did inducement. And if I were to mark the POI, no other block, no other block, this is the last other block that the market has here. But market responded to this fair value gap. This is the fair value gap that market reacted to. So as you can see, this is the weekly break of structure because market after market responded from that level, market broke structure to the other side, and it means that this is going to be the weekly low. So after market created that weekly low, what are we supposed to look out for? We have to look out for our inducements, and you can see what the market did. Market create another pullback like this. Market created another pullback. This is the first pullback. The market created another major pullback. Then market start dumping. So this is it for BTC. And where is our POIs? Then you can see this is the major POI. This candle is the major POI. This tiny one. But we can use this whole candle because I'm also seeing something that I call hidden POI. So this week I'm also seeing it. So this is what we're having on BTC. So this is our trading range. This is going to be our trading range. Let me remove this. This is going to be our trading range. Then this is going to be our low. This is going to be our low. This one. Then this is going to be our high. So weekly time frame. So based on what I'm seeing here, anything that dropped below here, then it means that we had a change of character. Maybe that's when I can now confirm that our BTC is ready to probably dump, whichever way they call it. So this is what I have on BTC. And currently now, if we go to, since the market is responding to this extreme POI, we don't want to use our head. We just want to use whatever the market is telling us. So what I will do is to go to my 4 hours, not daily. I go to 4 hours and I'll be waiting for, and as you can see, 4 hours current momentum is very, very heavily bearish. So you can see market is just coming down. So what I want to see in 4 hours is a kind of confirmation to the upside. Probably maybe market starts showing me 4 hours. Let's say this one happened, maybe market drop, or market give us the kind of value pullback and market drop again. So I'll be waiting for this level to be taken out. Once market take out this level, then I will just look for my POI around this level. Then I will take an action. I will take action. I will engage in this trade. Then I'll follow whatever the direction, because I'm following the direction of weekly time frame. So I'll be patient waiting for this, because in this level now, if you just want to look at it, you can see market has been giving us impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. So until market give us something like this, then we can now say, okay, market is responding from here, then maybe this level, then we can start looking for buy opportunity to the upside. But I'm not just going to be aggressive by trying to buy here and put my stop loss here. No, because I need a confirmation in 4 hours time frame that will show me that market is actually responding to this weekly higher time frame. So this video is about 23 minutes now. I will want to look at a US oil before we go, because it's also important. It's responding to the market condition right now. I think I have a markup on US oil. Let me check this one. Okay, let me check this. I have a markup based on. Let me clear this chart up. Okay, so US oil. I had a very nice trade on US oil. I'll show you guys. Um, I think last week. So, and this is what we're having on US oil. There's no need to go to higher time frame, because the daily. Or let me see what the monthly is doing, if we have anything reasonable. So um, currently, I'm not really seeing what the monthly is doing, because a very big liquidity sweep. I think this COVID period when US oil come as low as nothing. So monthly is kind of a bit confusing, because if you just want to look at the impulse correction, you can see market is giving us low, high, low, high, low. The market has shifted to the upside here. So this cannot be a correction, then probably market. But we don't do analysis like that. We follow what the market is actually telling us. So in this case now, we can go to 24 hours, 24 hours, based on what is clear to us. I remember I said all time frame are unique. So it's not about one time frame. It's not about daily. It's not just follow the time frame that you can see something clearly in. Not necessarily you must go to monthly, or if what you see is clear in daily, operate with daily time frame. If it's clear in 4 hours, operate with 4 hours time frame. So just make sure that you don't confuse yourself. So, and as you can see, daily is obviously bearish. So if we want to look at what daily is doing, let's start from here. You can see that daily broke structure here by meeting our criteria. We broke down below here. So, and which pullback does the market took out? This is the last pullback that the market took out. So then market come down. So you can see we have value break of structure. So it means that this is going to be our high. Then until market take out our last pullback, and let's say this is going to be our last pullback, because some people will be thinking this is not a valid pullback because it doesn't come below this level. It doesn't come below this level. You can see. So assuming that I come below here, then we can now mark this as our last pullback. But as it is, it's just an internal movement. So this is going to be our daily inducement, because market must take out anything you are doing here. Is like you are counter trading, you are trying to buy towards this direction. And that's one good thing about knowing what the concept, the SMC concept is. It gives you a little bit of clarity. You know what the market is likely trying to tell you, and you'll be able to act based on that. And if once the market take out these inducements, where is our POI? Do I have any POI? This has been mitigated. No, there's no POI because this has been mitigated. Okay, I think yes, there is, because there's fair value gap in between. If you want to know how I picked the fair value gap, this was the candle that I picked, this candle, and you can see this where it ended, this level, and there is gap between them. If you still want to confirm, you look at the high of this candle, then the high is 164. Then you look at the low of this candle. The low is 218. So you can see that they are not the same. It means that this one is higher than this one. So there's a gap in between them. So you can see that market went there and responded immediately and start. So immediately market got to this level, you should know that the next level target the market is coming to is this level, because that's our trading range. And you see how market nicely come to this level and swept this low. So on my other chart, okay, yes, because I knew it was a sweep. So you can see how market swept it. So it means that if you understand this analysis and you see the market here, you can systematically start selling towards this direction, irrespective of the drama that the market is doing. So you can start selling, go to lower time frame, look for your confirmation that directs into that go in this direction, then you sell. If the market your setup give you buy, you know it's a trap. You avoid it then, but because the sell is the high probability here based on your analysis. So you just focus on selling, not just buy today, sell tomorrow. So that's why I do top down analysis. And what I see here is market refuse to close below here is a sign for either temporary pullback or market want to push up and change character. So why I can't mark this high is because market do not close below here. So this high still remain our major high. So until market close below here. Now I understood that. So the inducement has to be marked. So this is the inducement that I can figure out on daily time frame, and now look at it. Where is the POIs that can take this market back? And I can see that all these no POI, no POI. This is the POI that is next to inducement. And remember, this level has been mitigated, so it doesn't affect your POI because it has been mitigated. So definitely you can use this level as your extreme POI. But you have to be careful, because when the market sweep the major low like this, what is likely happen is that market need more liquidity. You can see these are all liquidity. Market might need more liquidity, not necessarily market will take everything, or market want to change character. You will just see that market keep pushing up, and we just mess with all these POIs and market will push up. So you have to pay attention, because external liquidity has been taken, which is the major liquidity. So those are the two things that are likely to happen. It's either a temporary pullback or a permanent pullback or change in trend. So, and as you can see, so when I got to this level and I saw that and waited for market to invalidate this inducement, because once inducement, market has closed above inducement, there is tendency that market will get to one of the POI, either the decisional, the next POI, or the extreme POI. So what I did was I just went to 4H after this level has been taken out. So I now started seeing what the 4H structure is doing. This is actually a counter trade based on daily time frame. So all I do is just mark my 4H, mark and 4H structure. You can see. So in 4H, I had something like this, 4H break of structure. And I knew that in 4H, this is going to be our low. So, and I waited, I noticed that we had 4H pullback here, which serve as 4H inducement. So I can represent it with this dollar sign, 4H inducement, and I mark my POIs. Where's your POI? This level, this level, this is your POI. So this is my extreme POI, this level. This is my extreme POI, and this is going to be my decisional POI, this level. So all I do was to just check my playbook, and I check where am I supposed to take trade. Is it here or here? And my playbook tell me to take the trade here. So, and I execute the trade from here. I execute the trade after I see my confirmation, my candlestick confirmation. I execute the trade here, put my stop loss here, and my next level target is here. And as you can see, but as you know, I don't take all, I just take 1 to 3. Because I know this is a counter trade and I just want to benefit from the move. That's all. And as you can see, market flash up by creating another 4H structure for me. So this is exactly how I took the trade. I have two positions because of the way I trade now. I'm maximizing this. I don't only get 3R. I also add another entry confirmation here, and I add another trade here. And I just take 1 to 2 because 1 to 2 is close to my final TP. So I just take 1 to 2. So I actually maximize this setup and I have 5 hours on this trade, which is a good one. So so this is it for US oil. So if you're looking for the next move in US oil, if you go to 24 hours, okay, these are our 24 hours POI. If you go to your lower time frame and you see a confirmation, you see confirmation entry, you can take a trade from there. But without confirmation, if your lower time frame is hasn't start giving you a bearish momentum, then you can't take that trade. 1H, you can see if you go to 1H, you can see that 1H structure is still bullish. It's still bullish, systematically bullish, until you see when 1H is telling you that, okay, I want to start selling. That's when you can capitalize. But if that is not the case, you just have to chill and wait for the market. Remember, we still have extreme POI at the top. So that's it for USOA, and I hope you have value, you get value in this video. If you have any other question or any question pertaining to this analysis, you can ask me, then I'll try to respond to your question. So that's it for this video. So before I go, let me just explain what I will do if market is responding to this level. So what I want to see is, I want to see, because if you can look at it clearly, let me see if we have a last pullback. No last pullback, I'm not seeing any last. Okay, I have a last pullback here. So this will be my first sign. Market has taken out this level, and then market this high is still like this. Market close. Before I can execute this trade, I need an inducement because there is a market close above here. So I need an inducement. So probably I want to see the market do this, break below this level again, then create a structure like this, then I can now execute because this level has already confirmed that market is giving us sell momentum. So this will now be my high, then this will be my new low. Then if the market creates anything like this, then I can now sell to this level. But I'll wait for all those things to happen. I'm not just going to place a trade directly. So I'll sell and target this. So this is what I want to see in 1 hour time frame, based on what the analysis is telling us. Because if you look at this now, if you think this is an inducement, this is not an inducement because everything here is inside one candle. So this is just what we call inside bar. It's inside this one candle. So this is not a valid pullback. So you want the market to do its thing, create a valid pullback like this, then push down, the market take it out, then close below. It will confirm this structure for you. Then you can now position yourself. Use this as this inducement, use this as decisional, then probably extreme, then execute your trade. So that's exactly what I will do based on US oil time frame. So that's it for this video. If there are any updates come up during the week or by the next weekend, then definitely I'll drop another video. So thanks for watching this video. Bye for now.